All right, here we go. I know I've been doing a lot of siding, soffit, and fascia lately. Haven't had much to do on the roofing. That's all about to change. Here's the next big project. 110 squares, asphalt shingles. We're removing it. Owens Corning, putting on the Durations Estate Gray. Ridge vent. This whole side right here, if I remember correctly, is 22 squares. Now, for those of you who don't think I can shingle good, that's fine, whatever. It's your lie, tell it how you wanna. No, I'm just playing. I'll try to be a little more humble than that. But I'm thinking about setting this up. I got this sweet little tripod, and I'm gonna set it up on one of these tree branches or maybe down on the ground. I'm just gonna record me pounding this whole side out. It's a 712, and I'll pound this whole side out. Shouldn't take me too long. So I'll put it on like a fast forward kind of thing. May or may not get into some valley videos for you guys on this one. Show you guys how we do our valleys. They did the, the cut valley. They call that an open valley. I do the California cut, which is a closed valley. Not in a hurricane area. My area only requires 4 nails. We install 5. We put 5 nails. I'm not a elite installer for anybody. GAF, Owens Corning, Landmark. I'm not that for nobody. Like I said, we're not in a hurricane area. I could do that and maybe get an extra 20-mile-per-hour warranty if I install, everything as they want or whatever, and if I'm certified. But at the end of the day, 110-mile warranty, which comes with the roof regardless of who installs it, as long as you install it correctly, which I do, I think that's just fine enough. So switching all this side to ridge vent. It looks like this is the only part that has ridge vent. The back here, some nasty stuff I'm going to show you. Yeah, this is all turtle vents. And going to switch it all to ridge. Look at this. Oh, bam. We're going to keep that copper chimney flashing. Got it all caked on there. And then look at this situation. This is the most messed up thing I've ever seen. So here's the plan on this. Right now, as is, there's 2 skylights. They're big square skylights, and there's 4 regular size skylights right below it. It looks like this is, the bottom ones might be an older Velux. Oh shit, this moss is getting slick. Here's another issue I'm just realizing. There's some leaks in there. And what I just saw standing up, I might have to fix this, have this addressed beforehand. That's sagging right there in that middle. And on the inside of the drywall, who knows what's underneath that really for framing. That's definitely sagging though. And that could be hell for my installation. I'd probably get away with installing it, but they've got somebody, like what I'm doing is, sorry, I'm taking forever to explain. I'm doing a lot of businessman thinking while up here as well, because I don't do all the thinking on my first initial visit when I measure everything. A lot of times I just kind of problem solve as I go. It's really not exactly how the process should go. I'm aware of that, but I don't expect to land every job I get to, So sometimes I waste a lot of time working stuff up and, letting it take up real estate in my own mind when I got other things I could be focusing on. So usually I'll come back, do a quick little walkthrough before we start the job. We were supposed to start today, but it's raining, so we postponed it till tomorrow. My dumpster guy should be here any minute. He's going to drop the 2 dumpsters out of 4. We need 4 dumpsters for this because he only lets me put 30 squares, actually 27 squares of architecturals in each dumpster. So what we're doing here is we're eliminating the 4, framing it in. So we're just going to frame up some 2x6s or whatever it needs on there, deck it all over, and then just go about our time as normal. But we're keeping these 2 big ones, so I'm getting those ordered. We might have to deal with some framing on that first. I might have to get you know, get some of that drywall tore down in there that they said they're going to have somebody else do, but I might have to get in there and just tear down that drywall, jack up that rafter, sister some 2x on it, or maybe even remove it completely, which remove it and replace it completely, I mean. So that can get pretty dicey. Let's hope we don't have to cross that path, but it's yeah, that's definitely sagging right there. So all right, one thing I also didn't mention yet, you see how tore up this side is, defacing a little bit. There's not real lot of wind damage. I think this is one of the only spots here. It's kind of bulgy. I'm gonna have a bunch of sheets of plywood in my work, or on site here. They had some coons getting into this stuff here. I tried to get an insurance claim on this one. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. They, you know, they were real nice guys and they really liked me and everything, and they just didn't see the damage. They didn't see any hail damage. You know, I'm not an expert on the hail stuff yet. I work at it, you know, I'm learning as I go. I've got anything in Valparaiso right now. Anything I do in Valparaiso is getting approved. There was a big hailstorm that came through there, and it beat up all the aluminum siding. That's that last job I was on. That was all insurance approved. That's what happens when you shangle with a Hitachi. Everybody want to be too fast. They keep forgetting to hammer down them crooked ass nails Hitachi spit. But what was I saying? So this one didn't get approved, but he did approve all the gutters and the gutter guards on it. That's actually gutter helmets. I'm just putting on some different kind of gutter guards. He doesn't want the helmets anymore. Nobody around here really does. So no more gutter helmets. They completely block off the flow right there. Nothing lands in the gutter. It's like completely useless in my eyes. So if you look at my last video, I'm going to install those same style gutter guards, leaf guards, whatever you want to call them. So I'm not going to walk down on this side because it looks pretty slick. But yeah, 400 feet, they did approve that. They gave me $7,500 for this, for the gutters, which is cool. It's a little more than I charged him, so I make out with a little bit of money on that. He only has to come out with a grand for his gutters instead of whatever I was charging him. I can't remember. Speaking of, if this roof got approved, this guy was telling me how much it would probably have come out to be. And I had an idea already, because I do get some things approved, and I know it's much more than I feel comfortable charging homeowners. And it was about $30,000 more than I charged this dude. I would have made out like a bandit. But anyway, I took the down payment he gave me, and I went out and bought a ladder rack. Look at the newest member of the family right there. Finally got the old ladder rack on it. The $300 special at Harbor Freight. Hell yeah. But he's got the stone guys coming out, and they are going to be removing the stucco, and they're going to put stone all along here. I've got some, I just left Home Depot. I bought some of the commercial grade baby tins and step flashings. You see how they got the silver in there nice and thick. I got the same stuff but in black. And right here they're having a little issue with the splash over, because you get in this valley here, get some volume coming to it, and it's rolling down here, hitting this valley, and by the time that water probably takes this momentum jump, it's swinging right off here, and they're getting a lot of splash over. So I'm going to do a little flashing here and down here as well, something to kind of keep that water kicking off into the gutter versus falling down in this little hole in here. So it's going to be some moving parts on this. A lot of moving parts, a lot of little stuff. I expect this job to take, honestly, probably 8 or 9 work days. I mean, tear off a couple days. We're going to do it a little differently, because this house is like, it's a big job. It's a real big job, and it's a really nice home, and I definitely don't want any leaks. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be tearing off, as long as it's clear for the next couple days. We'll tear off as normal, then drop back and shingle a little bit. But if it looks like we're gonna have a spotty week, we're gonna try to tear off and shingle before we move on. And also, real unfortunate thing about this job, look at that driveway. Real nice pavers. They're about 20 years old, but they're pavers nonetheless. And the shingle truck don't want to drive on them. So I got they're dropping they're taking that piggyback machine. They're gonna drive it up here, drop off 110 square shingle on the ground, and I gotta rent a ladder vader to get up there. Sorry, I'm all stuttering today. I don't know what's going on. A lot on my mind. Sucks being a business owner. It's freaking messy. Everything's a mess. They're gonna take this siding down too. We're gonna stick those big baby tins and the step flashings on there. And this is gonna be a real nice one. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to be able to show you guys some tricks on it. You know, I'll get into doing these valleys as well. I'll show you guys how to install those skylights and how we're gonna do the framing on those. He's gonna have a, dang, it's slick. He's gonna have like a little bucket truck for us. This guy owns a KFC. So he's gonna have a little bucket truck for us, and we'll be able to show you that up close and personal, I think. And let's see. Show you on the ground real quick a real little tender spot that needs some detail and attention. I don't know what we're probably just gonna cut the shingles and then jam them up underneath the soffits. Just more of an aesthetic thing over there. So I got this sweet stand I'm holding. Now I can get down safely, and y'all can just watch me probably. Look at that. Oh, this is one slick ass 712. Sorry, I make dad noises everywhere I go. So here's the spot I'm talking about. We gotta go. You know, every roofer hates seeing stuff like this. It's like, God dang it, man. I gotta get up in there, deal with all that stuff. But guess what? Getting a good price for a big roof. It's gonna be real cool. So we're gonna have a lot of fun here. We'll be here for probably close to the next 2 full work weeks, weather permitting. And y'all are gonna get a lot of good details and a lot of good tricks, tips, anything you need to help you become a better roofer right here, Veteran Construction, world's fastest shingler. Till next time.